Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm really inspired to film this video because of the fact that I've been reflecting a lot on 2019 and I'm just so excited to be filming this because there's just so much I've learned from this year. And even though it hasn't been a great year of growth, it has definitely, and I mean external growth, it has been a great year for internal growth. Like, so many things have just come up this year that I had to deal with or that I could no longer run away from, because I think when I was younger I was quite the flight part of fight or flight, and now that I'm older I just realized that you can't sweep such things under the rug anymore. So you have to actually face what it is exactly that you've hidden away from yourself even, or from others all these years. So yeah, let's get started. So the first one is acceptance. Acceptance is very hard, but I believe once you do it, no one can really hurt you because I think that people get hurt quite easily. Well, if you're not part of this group, then it's okay. I have three things for myself. The first one is to accept myself. Like, I have been terrified of stating an opinion or giving across my point of view unless you are my true friend. But in public I would rather just agree with what everyone is saying, which is a really bad character trait, but it's something that I thought I needed to do in order to fit in or in order to survive. But then afterwards I'll complain about that person or about what was being said. But now I have to accept that, you know what, if I am feeling this way about a particular thing, I deserve to also say something about it, or I deserve to also be heard on that particular matter. Because fitting in is just so stupid. At the end of the day, you don't get anything in return. You never grow, you never find out what you truly like or what you are truly like. So it's kind of like something that actually tears you apart more than builds you. And then another thing is that, for example, I think people are so quick to be violent in terms of how they speak, just to win an argument or whatever. And I've always carried that guilt, like in terms of, okay, you have to be louder in order for you to be heard or whatever. And I just realized, I'm not a loud person. Like, I'm not. Like, if you want to have a conversation with me and it's an argument, your voice really needs to come to this level for me to engage with you. That's what I've noticed this year, because I met such strong personalities this year or last year, and they all just want to, like, and I really can't. Like, if you want to have an argument or a decent conversation with me that is actually a dispute or whatever, we both need to be on this level headed like stage, because of the fact that I just accept for myself that I can't do that. Another thing that I feel like I can't do, and people just don't accept it, is be socially confident. I'm sorry, I can't. Okay. Like, and it's not even something I feel like I need to work on. Like, I've always tried, and every time everyone else is having a good time and I feel horrible, like I need to get out of there. And I never noticed that about myself up until I did a love languages test, and I realized that I'm quite a quality time person, but I'm not a group quality time person. That's why I prefer to see all my friends on a one-on-one kind of like basis, because of the fact that I don't do that well in a group. When there's a lot of people, there's a lot of personalities to cater for. Like, oh no, I need to accept that that's just the way that I am. The second thing is my humor. Like, oh my gosh, like, it's really hard to find people that find the same things funny, because I feel like everyone else's sense of humor is outside of the realm of my own sense of humor. Like, oh, I want to die sometimes. And then I'll find that one person that actually gets like the thing that I find ridiculously funny. And then it's like, oh my gosh, finally someone who will at least attempt to understand me, just because we like the same things or whatever. Yeah, so linked to my humor is also how awkward I am. I feel like I can't. It's linked to like my social anxiety. Like, I literally can't. And I always feel like people are never gonna understand what I'm saying or what I'm talking about or the things that I like and everything. And sometimes you'll find people that will be like, but then what do you like? And to be honest, I don't like, there's a lot of things I don't like. And I'm not saying that to be difficult. It's just, it's the truth. And for example, people like going out, going to parties. It's not, I just don't like that whole noisy area thingy, whatever. And it really took me a really long time to accept that about myself. And now I'm just like, I'm sorry, this is just who and what I am. Like, I don't like parties, I don't like noise, I don't like most music. So it's kind of like, this is you hear, like, it's not silent in the house because I'm filming. It's silent because I like silence. I don't know, like, I just I'm sorry, but that's how it is. And then the last thing on this list that I feel like I need to accept is my relationship with people. Like, you know, like when I was younger, I feel like I had to fake a strong personality because of the fact that I didn't want people to run over me. But now I feel like I accept that I might not like that person, or I like this person and they don't like me, let's say. And my relationship with this person, I only see them every 2 months, or I only talk to them every term or whatever. Do you understand? I accept that that's how I am. For example, I like painting. Like, as we speak, I need to repaint our home, and I literally can't wait to do it. And another person will be like, girl, it's the holidays, why aren't you going to, you know, where all the parties are, or Durban or Cape Town or whatever? Because that's not what I want. Like, I want to stay home, I want to prepare for Christmas lunch, I want to buy gifts for my family, and I like to make time to read a book. I like to make time to look at documentaries of investigations, because that's what I like. Then the second part is all the things that I want to reject. And by reject, I really mean it in the strongest scenario of this word. Like, I mean, never give it a second thought after this. Is everyone's opinion about me. Now that I feel like I've accepted myself, or in the process of doing that, I really don't give a about what people think about me. Other people want to talk about my body most of the time, and I'm like, I don't even talk about my own body that much, but you talk about my body a lot. And I don't mean, like, fine, if you compliment someone, oh my gosh, you look nice, whatever, that's nice. But when it's like, because my weight fluctuates a lot, when it's like you gain a little weight, it's like, oh my gosh, you've gained a lot of weight. I'm sorry, it's not a conversation starter. Like, what do you, like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Then another thing that I want to reject this year, which actually hurt me quite a lot, but and by hurt I mean, I think I hurt myself by doing this, but it's indifference. Like, I think that being hurt multiple times, or being manipulated multiple times, can lead to a person feeling very indifferent, because you're like, you know what, even if I go this way or I go this way, the result is the same. Feeling indifferent is feeling paralyzed by the realization that whatever you do just won't help. For example, I think this year or last year, I had quite a lot of like sleepless nights and stuff like that. So if I were indifferent, that will just be my life. Like, I'll just accept that. But I think that in February, when I got even more ill, I decided that I think it's time to start seeing a psychologist. At that point, I hadn't seen anyone in my life, so it was very important to me. That is a decision that I made in order to not feel indifferent. Because if you feel indifference, you don't feel anything about anything or about anyone. And I think it's really easy for people to walk all over you when you're feeling like that, because you avoid yourself of like, or you avoid yourself of like love, you avoid yourself of being cared about, you avoid yourself of, you know, recognizing your worth, etc, etc. I was low on energy, low on everything. I didn't have lifting my head in the morning was a struggle. And I really thank God that He kept me together during that time. And then I can get to a time where I can look back and be like, how the hell did I make it through that, you know? So I'm really, really thankful. So, and then the last thing that I want to reject is being the kind of person is a kind of like gone with the wind type of person. I think it's also linked to accepting myself. I am not about to do something just because a lot of people are doing it. I'm sorry. From now on, I want to do something because it makes me happy. Like, I want to do something because I'm satisfied with myself. This is something that I will enjoy. I don't care if you don't enjoy it. I'm not saying that I won't make sacrifices for people. Obviously, I have my friends, and you know, we don't all like the same things or whatever. Let me tell you, these things can be lonely. Okay, for people that actually feel loneliness. Because I hear a lot of people when they have nothing to do, they're like, oh my god, I'm so bored. So bored. Meaning that you need someone else to make you happy. Like, are you serious? Like, okay, so the last thing here is action. What type of actions am I gonna take that will strengthen me internally? The first one is self-love. Like, oh, can this forever be on my list, because this is very important. I need to love myself. People think that it is automatic, but it ain't. I feel like if there's a person in your life that is making you unhappy by making you do something or making you feel crappy about yourself, or a person that always takes but never gives, and a person that you sacrifice for that doesn't sacrifice for you, that person is a problem. And I'm sorry to say it like that, it's just that it's that simple. It is really that simple. Like, if for example a family member drains you financially, and when they are financially great, you are the last person on their mind, that person deserves nothing from you. And I'm not talking about a person that is dependent on you. E.g., you are working, you know, the black tax life. You are working and your younger sibling is in varsity. Stuff like that. Obviously, that's something that we have to do with black people. But encourage them to also find a way to stand on their own. So guys, like, so the action that I'm talking about is I need to love myself more, to know that I deserve what I deserve. The second thing that I need to realize is that I need to love others. Not to say that I don't love others, but I want to actually exercise that. The world is going bonkers, but South Africa is happy at this moment, or they are on social media, I don't know. But also there's such a lot of things wrong. There's such a lot of greed, such a lot of selfishness, such a lot of I just want to see the world burn type of vibe. Being selective about the energy that I want to spend. Listen, I am not, I repeat, not about to spend time or energy on useless things and useless, okay, people can be useless, on bad people. Like, I'm just not, because I feel like that's like a real waste of my time. Like, I'm just not. You know, and I think we should all be like that. There's so much energy being wasted on crappy people. Like, they're just sucking the energy away from you. Like, I think at this year, oh my god, I learned a lot about friendships that I wish I learned very early in my life. I think that you can be friends with someone, that's good, that's great, or whatever, but you cannot let them suck the life out of you. Like, no. Another thing that I realized with girls is that you should never fight about a guy. And I think when I was younger, I really had this very bad picture about friends, you know? You know the bros before hoes thing? Okay, the other way around. But like, I think I always thought that if, let's say, my girlfriend tells me, you know, I don't like this guy because I don't like the way he talks to you, or this guy is treating you badly, blah, blah, blah. I always thought that my friend's opinion is going to mean more to me than this relationship or whatever. Boy, was I wrong. I was so wrong, so wrong, so wrong, so wrong. And I'm really sorry. Like, overall, I'm just sorry to my friends. I'm sorry to myself. I was just so wrong. What I learned now is that you should let people should go over a cliff for someone, because there's no way they're gonna listen to you. I think this year alone, I've had to hold back a lot of I told you so's. And again, I would never say to someone, I told you so. But it's just draining to me to have discussed a matter before it happened, and then to then discuss it post. So I can't, like, I don't have enough hours in the day, like, I don't. So there's such a delicate balance, and to be honest, like, sometimes I am so close to the indifferent barometer that it's very hard to get me back. Like, it is. So I think next year I want to be really selective about where I spend my energy. So that wraps up this video. So just to recap, you can make yourself a list of 3 pillars. The first one is acceptance, the first one is rejection, and the last one is actions. And by actions, these are things that you should do physically and also subconsciously. So I really hope that it will help you guys get ready for 2020, because I am definitely already doing some of these things, and they've helped me kind of be happier, be lighter, just be like, sorry, no, like, we're not doing this. You can also do a June recap as well, or you can do a 3-monthly thing, because of if, let's say, you scratch off more off of your list than what I've discussed. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a massive thumbs up, and also subscribe to this channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.